So I was getting these weird patterns on my 3D prints, and it was very very hard to troubleshoot. I didn't know what was wrong with it. Almost everything from my experience and according to all the YouTube videos, it was either that the roller is slipping or that there's a clog in the extruder. So I switched out the extruder, got a bunch of these now, and I adjusted the tension on the rollers, but I was still getting these weird patterns. Turns out this little thing, this is the where the extruder goes in. You squeeze like this, and then the filament comes in through this roller. Well, this was broken, so the roller wasn't able to give tension, and it wasn't feeding the line correctly. I don't know if this is a common problem for Ender3, but when it prints really nice. But I didn't have this many failure issues with the i3 Prusa. I don't know, but I have another 3D printer that I had to stop using for a little bit. It's that one over there. I think it's like Anet A8 or something actually. But yeah, so that one, I mean, the print quality isn't as good, but at least it never failed me. But I don't know, Creality, this is the second failure I had, and hopefully this will solve the issue and I won't have any more failures. Okay, so I was thinking about 3D printing this part, but I figured if an extruded plastic is gonna break, 3D printed part is definitely gonna break, and it's most likely gonna flex as well. So I decided to just super glue the hell out of it, and I'm using this. This is a pipe cutter. It actually does a pretty good job holding it. You need to put a lot of force into it, just holding it in place. And I wasn't gonna hold it for God knows how long it takes to dry this thing. Just be careful not to put too much super glue, because you might super glue the roller, and that will defeat the whole purpose of this device. So alright, I guess we'll let this set for a day, or at least a couple of hours, and hopefully the 3D printer will be fixed. So the problem is fixed now. I'm not having that weird layering issue. It's nice and solid. And of course that the super glue didn't hold at all, so I ended up just zip tying the top portion of it, and that actually ended up working way better. Just be careful with the tension on it. I think also what happened was maybe the rod was a little bit bent, or the screw that's holding it together. So I tightened it enough where even if it's at that part where it's flexed outward, it's still spinning and still has good grip. But yeah, it's back to normal now. Everything prints really well. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. If you guys have the same problem that I have, just check to see if this thing is broken, and if it is, then just zip tie the top portion. Don't bother super gluing, because super glue doesn't really hold. Yep.